will be going over how to get to my parents' cabin. You can see Cloud Mountain Inn right here. This is the very first little interchange when you pull into Cloudcroft from El Paso. They'll be coming up this road if you're coming in from El Paso, Alamogordo area. You're going to turn right on this highway right here, which is Highway 130. If you're coming in from the Artesia area, you're going to be coming from the other side of town, going to be driving all the way through town, passing the high school, passing Allsups. You're going to take a left right on this highway. So if you hit Allsups, if you're coming in from El Paso, you've gone too far. So you're going to take a right onto Highway 130, and you're going to pass the ranger station along the way. The first mile marker, you're going to be going past the mile marker 7, but you can see here is a ranger station. So if you pass this ranger station, it's just past 1 mile after you turn onto Highway 130. You're going the right way. You can get some information and stuff for the Lincoln National Forest and everything in that ranger station when they're open. And just past the ranger station is the first Deerhead campground, which is kind of one of the more popular ones because it's so close to town. So these are some mile markers you can look for when you're driving down this road to know that you're on the right path. You will be passing over several cattle guards along the way. Chipaway right here on Valley Road, we just passed the sign. That is another landmark you can look for. It's right after mile marker number 5. So from Chipaway you have about 2 miles until you turn off the road. Another landmark to look out for is this green metal roofed building. It looks like an old barn. I can't remember the name off the top of my head now what it's called, but it's in between mile marker 5 and 6. Looks like the barn is called Chuckwago Barn. Probably used to say Chuck Wagon Barn, but there's a playpen and stuff out back, so if you miss the Chipaway sign, just look for that Chuck Wagon Barn that's right off the road in between mile marker 5 and 6. Here is mile marker 7 on this curve right here. I just passed it right there with the shed, the metal shed. The mile marker is right next to the shed. I'll be videoing the entire route between mile marker 7 and the turn off of Russia Canyon, so you can get a feel for how far it is. So right after mile marker 7, there's one more cattle guard right here. I just went over it. Sorry, the cattle guard threw my phone a little crooked, but you're going to come up to this curve. It's to the left right here. There's a green sign that says Russia Canyon. So be looking for that green sign. Start slowing down. There's a street sign also that says Russia Canyon Road, and there's a black water tank right on the road that you're going to be turning on. And we're going to be driving down this dirt road for quite a ways. It's going to seem like you might have gone too far or missed your turn, but I'll give you a few landmarks to keep an eye out for so you know that you're on the right track. Be careful along the way. You can see some cows here on the left side of the street. A lot of times they come onto the road and they generally will move for a vehicle, beep your horn a few times, but for the most part they don't get in the way too much. And on this road you're going in and out of national forest, so some of it is private property, some of it is national forest. So you might come across some people camping on this grassy area to the left of the road here. That's normal. Almost every time we come out, there's people along the road here camping or having a fire or something like that. Here is another landmark to look for, Lucas Canyon Trailhead. You can park here and hike it or use a little buggy. There's a buggy trail right there. Also, right up behind me, you can't really see too well, but on the other side of the road, you can see the trailhead sign there. There's another trail. I think that trail is like they have 3 trails on that sign, and I think the longest one is like 3.2 miles or something like that. So for those of you interested, we're only about 2 miles away from the cabin here, maybe a mile, so you're pretty close to these trailheads if you wanted to give those a try. We are coming up on another landmark to look out for. This is called the High Nogal Ranch. This house is a red house here next to the road. There's a pretty big pond behind the house, which you can see right here. And then this red barn, kind of reddish purplish barn, looks like it's sun faded right on the corner. You're gonna curve around this edge right here. Just a few minutes past that red barn, you might not be able to see this house if you're coming here at night, but there's a house with some old wood slats on the side, kind of an old workshop wood mill next to it as well. And we're coming up to the first spot you're able to turn off of this main road. So this dirt road that I'm on is the same dirt road that I first turned on after mile marker 7. And this street right here is Mamaw Street, which is the street that the cabin is on. You can see you can continue to go straight, although we're going to take a left right here and kind of curve up and go up the hill. And from this point, we're just a few minutes away from the house. Once you turn on Mamaw Street, you're going to kind of go up a hill and do a little curve to the right. You're going to see a house right there, and then you're going to come up to this Y in the road. You're going to take the right side and go up the hill. Do not go down the hill on the Y. This is the last little bit of turning or interchange you need to worry about. There are a few houses up here before we get to ours. This first one on the left, they are currently installing a long row of metal fencing, which you can see starting right at this first power post right here. I don't know what color this will be in the future, but right now it's brown. They are currently welding it all up, but there's a red barn and there's kind of a cool looking wood cabin with a green metal roof on this same property with the metal fence, which you can see kind of coming into view right here. So kind of keep an eye out for that. And we're pretty close to the house. This is the last landmark you need to look for before you reach our property. This house has a wraparound porch, and it's a stone house, and it's got this white fence around it, along with this little shed right here. So right up past that shed is where our property begins. There are a few cows here kind of grazing. They sometimes come into the property, sometimes they're not here, but up here where the little construction trailer is the turn-in for the driveway, which is pretty steep. So you'll see a few power lines kind of close together right here, and our drive is right next to it. They're about to add fiber, which is why this trailer's here. So otherwise, there will not be a trailer there. So right up, let me stop right here. Right up where those trees are up there, there's a little bottleneck in the canyon, and kind of does a U like this, and then it goes up the hill. So if you get up to that U, where you basically turn the opposite direction you're driving, you've gone too far, and this is the driveway. So you're going to come up the driveway. It is fairly steep, so if it is snowing, just kind of be cautious about it. On the right side up here is the new shed that we just had built, and if you continue to go up the hill, there's a little carport, which you can see on the right side of the house. That opens right up into the kitchen, although most people just pull up by this garage right here. And here we go.